Citizens and residents of the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia are now able to access financial services with greater ease and efficiency than ever before. By leveraging the power of the internet and mobile devices, people can make payments, receive money, and send funds in an instantaneous fashion. But real-time payments aren't just a convenience. They're now arguably critical to economic growth in MEASA. By allowing people to access payment services instantly and securely, real-time is enabling business to expand, building new revenue streams for financial institutions, and allowing governments to provide financial services to previously out-of-reach citizens. The growth opportunity for real-time payments across MEASA is huge. While India and its UPI network continue to take the prize for real-time payments success story, at least 30 countries across the region are yet to start their real-time journey. With a growth rate of more than 32% between 2020 and 2021, MEASA not only offers enormous untapped potential for the development of real-time payments, but also the perfect environment for innovation. With the popularity of digital wallets, mobile payments, and microfinance, the region is set to not only harness the lessons of other more established markets, but also start to produce homegrown solutions and innovations of its own.
The Middle East, Africa, and South Asia region is the biggest real-time payments region in the world by volume, almost doubling the second largest region. It's 95 billion real-time payment transactions in this region in 2022, but it is the second slowest growth region in the forecast period at 21% compound annual growth rate, 2022 to 2027, in a tie with Europe. That said, though, its share of real-time payments among all electronic payments is by far the highest at 73%.
Including both the richest and the poorest, and largest and smallest nations in the world, it's no surprise that the regional MEASA figures mask a series of starkly different stories. From the real-time payments juggernaut that is India, to the tiny but fast-moving Gulf states such as the UAE and Bahrain.
This is the region that you really could truly say has leapfrogged cards and other forms of electronic payments to move to real-time and mobile-based payments among all the regions in the research.
By far and away, the leader in the MEASA region, and also globally, is India with UPI, or the Unified Payments Interface Real-Time Payments System.
The single biggest reason for the strength of the MEASA region is the presence of India. It's the biggest real-time payments market by far and one of the fastest growing, with over 50 billion transactions in 2021, and we're expecting that to go up to 235 billion in 2027.
India is in the forefront of the entire real-time payments happening globally, and UPI is leading the way with the journey started in 2016. Within a span of 6 years, we are doing roughly around 6.5 billion transactions per month.
India's huge figures reflect a number of factors, including the central government's financial inclusiveness agenda, the investment by banks and fintechs, and a growing and increasingly digitally connected population. The pandemic and the desire to pivot away from cash are also key drivers of the shift onto the real-time payments rail.
As India transitions to a less cash economy, from a low-value payments perspective, the real-time payments will increase the volumes from 50 billion transactions per annum to actually going to 200 billion transactions by 2026.
Elsewhere in the MEASA region, the Middle East is witnessing rapid growth in the adoption of real-time payments and is poised for a significant leap in its growth rate, with a number of countries poised to launch or in the early stages of implementation.
Middle East, I would say, is quite a diverse market for real-time payments. In some countries, we're seeing real-time payments being available to the customers since over a decade, and there are other countries that are, setting up their real-time payment trails now. In countries like UAE and Saudi, we have seen strong mobile wallet adoption, which also indicates there's potential for instant payments.
The UAE has long aspired to cement its role as a global financial hub, so it's no surprise that the United Arab Emirates Federation, of which Dubai is a key member, is at the forefront of the adoption of real-time payments technology.
The central bank UAE is coming up with their IPP scheme early next year, and these are considered to be significantly more advanced real-time payments versus their regional counterparts.
Alongside the UAE, the Middle East's largest economy, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, stands out as a pioneer. As a part of its efforts to diversify the economy away from reliance on fossil fuels, the development of a real-time payments infrastructure has been prioritized through strong central government and central bank leadership.
We are also seeing some of the countries in Middle East implementing advanced real-time payment systems by leveraging the learnings from other successful markets. So if you look at KSA, they launched the instant payment system.
Saudi Payments, under the supervision of the Saudi Central Bank, launched the kingdom's new real-time payment system called Sharia in April 2021. Early uptake has already resulted in real-time payment transaction volumes reaching an impressive 175 million in 2021.
There's also a large potential for untapped potential for real-time payments, I would say. A lot of countries do not have access to immediate payment schemes. But I strongly believe as a region, there is fundamental readiness for instant payments.
Hot on the heels of the Middle Eastern leaders, Saudi Arabia and the UAE, members of the chasing pack such as Kuwait, Qatar, and Oman are catching up fast with significant investment in the infrastructure required to launch real-time rails. As with many countries, their development is at an early stage, but their growth curves are liable to be short and steep as they launch and start to build.
The region is taking payment modernization quite seriously, and I would say real-time payments is a key driver in the overall modernization effort in these countries.
In the south of the MEASA region, across the continent of Africa, the growth of real-time payments will be critical to the development of many nations. With many economies hugely reliant on cash and with low penetration of cards and a thirst for digital alternatives, the conditions are ripe for the widespread introduction and uptake of new payment solutions.
Overall, I would say Africa is a region to watch out for, and they're in the process of setting the rails for their real-time payment success.
South Africa, Ghana, Kenya, and Nigeria are already well developed in terms of real-time payments, with schemes in action and encouraging adoption rates because they've given direct access to mobile wallets as part of the immediate payment scheme.
Africa is on similar lines to Middle East. They have similar trends. They have strong mobile wallet adoption.
Leading the embrace of real-time among the African nations is South Africa, with the Rapid Payments Program. The third largest economy in Africa and the most industrialized, technologically advanced, and diversified nation among its peers, South Africa has historically been a regional base for many global banks, and today is a home to a growing number of fintechs.
We are seeing South Africa. South Africa is definitely modernizing with the RPP scheme, which is also part of the vision, the South African Reserve Bank's Vision 2025 strategy. And with RPP, the ecosystem now has access to new services, new capabilities, whether it's QR codes, request to pay, which will definitely have a positive impact on the real-time payment adoption.
Another emerging success story is Nigeria and its hugely popular NIP system. Far and away the most populous nation in Africa, Nigeria is projecting a compound annual growth rate for real-time payments of 32.2% between 2020 and 2025, far higher than the global projected compound annual growth rate of 23.6%.
Nigeria is another market to watch out for, and in fact in 2021 it ranked fourth amongst the top countries realizing the maximum economic benefit from real-time payments. So we see immense potential, whether it's domestic payments or cross-border payments. So Nigeria is a market to watch out for.
Bringing up the rear but coming up fast are the countries such as the Republic of the Congo, Zambia, Malawi, Lesotho, Tanzania, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. All are in the early stages of planning and implementation, modernizing their existing central infrastructures as they lay the foundations for the introduction of tailored real-time solutions.